you're finished with the chatting, then it stays in your mind. Stays in your mind. So that's why you start thinking about it now. So also it wastes your time. When we cultivate samadhi, we should try to practice it all the time. So the Satipatthana Samyutta, where they explain how to practice Satipatthana, is they give the simile of the most beautiful girl of the land coming out, and then all the men start clapping and shouting, the most beautiful girl, and more men come out. Then they ask her to sing and dance, and when she sang and danced, a lot of men came to clap and see. So an ordinary guy came along, and he was caught and forced to carry a bowl of oil filled to the brim. And he was told that he has to walk in between the crowd of people with this bowl of oil. And a man walked behind him with a long drawn sword and told him that if he spills the oil, even one drop of it, they will chop off his head. So that being so, he has to pay attention to that oil, that bowl of oil, all the time without, he dare not even look left and right, and dare not look at the beautiful girl. So that is the way the Buddha indicated in this sutta, this simile, how to practice Satipatthana. So when we practice Satipatthana, it is undivided attention on your meditation object and all the time, and that will lead to samadhi. So the meditation, that's why meditation is a 24 hours a day practice. The mind should always be on the meditation object. That's why Satipatthana, I think the proper translation is intense state of recollection. Intense state of recollection where the mind does not go to anything else. It's all the time on one object. And Satipatthana, if you practice it in the right way, the sutta says it will definitely lead you to samadhi. If you practice it in the wrong way, Satipatthana, you will not attain samadhi. That is given in the Satipatthana Samyutta. If it makes any sound, maybe you cover the mic.
Okay. I just have to ask or
you put the mic to your mouth.
In the video watch, it's stated here, putting a lie down on the right side in the lion posture, with one foot overlapping the other, mindful and clearly comprehending after moving in his mind the idea of rising. What does it mean by mindful and clear comprehending after moving in the mind?
This one very often the interpretation is not very correct. Actually, that word, mindful and clearly comprehending, is sati sampajanya. Sati sampajanya. So sati is recollection of your meditation object. Sampajanya is awareness, mindfulness. So actually, the Buddha's teaching in this sutta, that even when a monk goes to rest during the middle watch, he does not really fall asleep. He still practices sati. That's why the first meditation taught by the Buddha was the 32 parts of the body. A monk recites the 32 parts of the body. So when he goes to rest, he still recites the 32 parts of the body. He still keeps the sati. And he tries to maintain his mindfulness by not falling asleep. So he is practicing mindfulness as well as sati, recollection of the meditation object. That's why practicing this way, the Buddha's disciples became mindful 24 hours a day. That's why Arahant is said to be mindful 24 hours a day. He has sati 24 hours a day.
Which means they do not fall asleep.
They try not to. Of course, if you have not attained very high samadhi, the mind is not strong, the mind will fall asleep. But for the monks who have attained very high samadhi, the mind is so strong, they don't need much sleep. In fact, in the suttas, the Buddha says there are different postures for resting. You have the lion posture, like this one, resting on the right side. Then you have the luxurious posture, resting on the left side. And then you have the ghost posture, like most people sleep with the back on the ground, sleeping with your face facing the sky. That is a ghost posture. But the Buddha says the Tathagata posture is to enter the jhanas. So the Buddha and his Arahant disciples, they don't sleep, they enter jhana. That's how they get their rest. When they enter jhana, they charge their body. It's like charging the battery.
What does it mean by after noting in his mind the idea of life?
That means when he goes to rest, he makes a note that he should get up after 4 hours. And then he maintains his sati sampajanya. He makes a determination, say, I'll get up after 4 hours. And then he continues with his sati sampajanya. He does not relax on his sati sampajanya even when he sleeps, I think one of the causes of this sound is the volume is too high. You can bring down the volume after sensing.
I think when monk practices sati sampajanya, or rather satipatthana, he's so withdrawn into his own mind.
Yes.
Which means to say that that is to cut away all the sapsya.
Yes.
That it would appear that he's not bothered about things outside him.
Oh, definitely.
It means to say that if he does that, he's not bothered and he's cut off. It means to say that if he's doing other things, it means you tend to forget about whatever the worldly duties.
Yes, yes. That is when he is practicing. When he is not practicing, he has monks also have got duties. You find in the Vinaya books, during the Buddha's time, the monks built kutis. Built kutis. So that's why, like here in the Sutta says that when the monk sees something or hears a sound or smells an odor, he does not grasp at the signs and the features. He does not want to take too much notice. His mind goes inwards. And he cultivates his concentration until it's so strong that anytime the 6 sense objects impinge on his consciousness, his mind is not easily shaken, solid as a rock inside.
What does mindfulness centered on the body mean?
Say again.
Mindfulness centered on the body.
Settle on the body. Centered on the body. This mindfulness centered on the body or mindfulness of the body refers to being mindful of the body. But this body can be the physical body, it can also be the breath body. So like anapanasati is mindfulness of the breath body. But why mindfulness of the body or centered on the body is so important? Because if we are not mindful, the mind runs away, right? We start daydreaming. When you start thinking and daydreaming, you forgot that you are sitting here in meditation. You forgot that you are this body, But the moment you are mindful of this body, then the mind cannot run away. As long as you are mindful of the body. So it is very important to be mindful of the body, especially when you are practicing meditation and the mind is having a lot of sloth and torpor, and you're almost going to fall asleep. So what you do is you can move your finger, move your finger a bit. You do a chant, Arahang, 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 Arahang. So you move the right finger and in synchronization with your chanting. So when you chant Arahang, you move the right finger at the same time. When you chant Arahang, you move the left finger at the same time. So as long as you are aware of some part of your body, the mind cannot run. So it's a very good way of staying awake. That's why some people use the chanting beats. Because you use the chanting beats, you keep moving your finger, you won't fall asleep. Because when you're tired, you stop moving, then you fall asleep. So mindfulness of the body prevents your mind from running away, losing your mindfulness. Can we stop here for tonight?